Hello and welcome to lesson 4 of the Ultimate Facebook Ads Challenge. I am so excited to go through this information. We're starting to pull it all together. All week we have been working on creating our copy, finding our images, defining our targeting so we know who we're reaching in our ads. Today we actually get to pull it all together and start creating the ad. But this is in a bit of a two-step process. Now normally once you've done this a few times, this isn't going to take you 2 days to do. I would do this one step right after the other, but I've split it up into 2 days for you because I want to make sure that we've got time to really talk about and digest each one of these steps. So let's get right into it. So just to review, lesson 1, we did the compelling question, the authority positioning statement, and the irresistible call to action. Lesson 2, we pulled our emotionally engaging image, we wrote the compelling headline, and the irresistible call to action again with the why. And then today we worked on our targeting, and now lesson 4 we're going to have the ad setup and building our social proof. So I'm so excited to walk through this with you. So first, what this is going to be is I want you to have all of your information in front of you so that you can easily access it. I want you to have the URL of the destination that you're going to send people to if you're sending them to a destination off of Facebook. If it's a landing page or your website or a blog post, make sure you have that URL handy. Have all of your copy handy and know where your image is saved on your computer. So first thing we're going to do is set this up as we would a post on our Facebook page, but I want you to do it a certain way. There's a specific way to make this work. And then we're going to start building the social proof on that post. So what we see a lot of times in the news feed as we're sitting there scrolling is we see ad after ad coming through our news feed, beautiful pictures, probably great copy, but very few people engaging with it, not many likes, comments, or shares. And that's the social proof we're going to focus on building today, because what that does is it's another thing that makes your post stand out in the news feed that's so cluttered, so that people who don't know you yet can be inspired and motivated by other people's endorsements of you. So your post is written to tell people, here, I know you've got this problem and I can help you solve it. Claim this in order to help you solve it. I'm the answer. But now what we're going to do is we're going to leverage some of our really loyal customers and clients, people that are happy with our work, and we're going to ask them to please help us out, spread the word so we can help other people as we've helped them. And we're going to have them leave comments and likes and shares on these posts so that increases the likelihood that other people will listen. There's a difference between me telling you I'm great and one of my past clients telling you I'm great, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to make it so that we have both of them, both yourself and a client or a customer telling other people that you're great. And that's going to increase the results of your ads. You're going to end up with lower costs and you're going to have more conversions because of it. So it is done on your page, and then we're going to create the post on your page, and I'm going to walk you through how to do that because there's a specific way to do that. Then we are going to boost that post so that we're going to make sure it reaches more people from our page so that they can see this post, which only makes sure that more people see it. The more people who see it, the more people who see it. Remember that back from the Facebook engagement challenge, we talked about the snowball of engagement that we talked about. We need to get 1 and then 2 and then 3, and it just sort of snowballs on itself once we get it going. We're going to give that a nudge and make sure it happens quickly for us with a boosted post. And then we're going to reach out to our loyal fans, clients, and friends and ask them to help us. And believe me, if you've helped them, they will want to help you back. It's just the way people are. So now I'm going to go to my Facebook page and I will do a live demo for you so that you can go through and do it yourself. All right, so here is my Facebook page, and I'm going to do a post right here where it says write something. The first thing that we're going to put in is the URL. So I've got all of my information on a Word document. There's my URL, there's all my copy, and there's the space where my image is going to go. I've got that saved already. So I'm going to copy the URL. This is a blog post I'm going to send people to on my website. Just to boost traffic to my website is why I'm doing this. So the first thing I'm going to put in here where it says write something, usually we start writing. but you're not going to create here. You've already created. So now we're going to just paste that URL in first. And what that does is that sends Facebook automatically, goes out and looks at that URL, looks at that destination to make sure it is what we're saying it is, that there's no profanity or inappropriate things on there. And if you've got an image on there, if it's set up the right way, it'll come back with an image that it's pulled back for you, but we're not going to use that. If I had a really good image on there, you'd see it here. We're not going to use that. It would also be showing up down here. What we're going to do is click the plus button here, not where it has said, you know, add an image. We're going to click the plus button in the empty box, and that will open up our computer to allow us to find our image that we chose earlier in the week, and we're going to double click on that, and that will bring that image up. Now, if you have another image that popped up that Facebook brought in, I want you to click on it again so that there's no blue box around it. It won't show then. Just the one we want will show. Okay? Then I'm going to put my cursor at the beginning of the URL and click enter a couple of times to move it down, and then move my cursor back up to the top. And now I'm going to go to my Word document and get my top of my copy above the image. So I'm just going to copy all of these words. And my image is going to sit here, so I'm going to stop there, go back to my Facebook page, and paste all of that. Now, Facebook makes it look awful at this point, so don't worry about that, okay? It will look better once we click publish, but Facebook makes it hard for us to know how things are going to look at the end. Thankfully, we can edit them, and I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to put a space here. A little bit of white space is not a bad thing. It breaks the words up a little bit so it doesn't feel as overwhelming for the audience. I'm going to leave the URL there. Now I'm going to go back to my Word document, and here's my compelling headline. And I'm going to copy that, go back to my Facebook page, and you see how when I hover over these words beside my image, they go yellow? If I click on them, I can change them, and that's where I'm going to paste my compelling headline. Then I'm going to go back to my Word document, and I'm going to copy my repeat of my call to action with my why, and I'm going to go back to my Facebook page and hover over these smaller bits of text and click on that, and then I'm going to paste my call to action with my why in there, and now I've edited. Now, I said you could go back and edit your post after, so we are going to click publish, and it's going to go live on our page. When we edit, we can edit the text of our post. We cannot edit this bit here after we've hit publish. So make sure you get this right, or you'll end up redoing it, which is fine. I've had ads that I've done, posts that I've done like 6 times before I got it all right the way I wanted it. So make sure this is right before you click publish, because you cannot edit this piece, these 2 pieces, after you click publish. So I'm happy with that. The text, I know the font's going to improve and it's going to lay out better once I click publish. So I'm going to click publish and have a look at it on my page. So then you just click publish next and wait, and then there it is. Now my picture isn't as big as yours, so yours will show up better. Mine did, see how I told you about that the other day? So you know what we're going to do? I'm going to redo this for you so you can see it, because I didn't realize that picture was going to be so small. So let's take a moment. I'm going to find running business people image. It's okay, because that isn't how I want it to lay out here, right? I want it to be that big image, which means the image has to be a certain size. So let's see if I can find a good one. Okay, I'm going to do this one. So you see how I said that I sometimes have done this more than once? Because I can't go back now and change my image on my page. I have to do this post again. So I'm going to click my little drop-down arrow and click delete, and delete again, and we're going to start again. So that's a great way to show you guys how easy it is to correct any mistakes that you have. So back here again, I'm going to copy my URL. Okay, Facebook's going to pull up the images this time. It didn't pull them up last time. I wonder if it's going to show larger this time. We could try it again. It's not going to show large in the preview. It's going to show small in the preview, but we want it will turn to looking large if it's the right size once we have hit publish. So I'm going to actually upload that new picture that I just found. And so you can see how Facebook pulled in those images from my website. I just click on them and turn them off. And I'm going to turn this one off now. And see, it still looks small, but that's okay because we're going to see if it looks proper when we hit publish. Now you should know that yours will be right because you made sure it was the right size. I thought that one was, so I'm going to copy my text again and move my URL down. There we go, down 2 spots, move that back up. Paste my copy in again. I'm going to put that white space in again. All right, and then I'm going to edit those 2 pieces again. There's my compelling headline. And here is my call to action. And I'm going to hit publish again and hope that this picture is going to display properly for us today. Yay! See how it looks? So now what we have is our copy, our image, our headline, and then our call to action. They're just the way we talked about in our in the lessons. So that's great. That's worked out properly. So then what we're going to do is click the little drop down arrow up here again, click pin to the top because we want it to be the top post on your page. So we make it nice and easy for people to find it. And of course Facebook refreshes for us there. And once it is refreshed, we'll scroll down till we find it. Because even though it's at the top of the page, it's not the first thing you see anymore because Facebook's changed all these other things. All right, so there it is. It's got the little blue pinned post on it. There's my copy. There's my picture, which sits really nicely. It takes up the whole width that's available in the news feed, so it makes it stand out. My compelling headline, my call to action. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Boost Post. Now we can leave a call to action button if you'd like. It is optional. What it does is it becomes linked to the URL that we put into that post. So you could decide if you want to use that or not. It really isn't significant in this if you have it on or not. If there's space for it, fine. If you say no button, it shows all of my copy for the compelling call to action. I'm sorry, the irresistible call to action with the Y. If I have the button, it cuts off this last little bit, and I'd rather have the words there than the button, so I'm going to go no button. And then it's going to ask you, what audience are you targeting with this? Because this is setting up an ad. And I'm going to click people who like my page and their friends, and then you can customize that to specific locations. So it's going to ask you to do that as well, and so I want you to go through and do that. And it's the people who like your page and their friends that I want you to click on. I'm going to click off Run Promotion on Instagram. I don't find that these will work very well on Instagram, so don't leave that. Make sure you uncheck that box. I'm going to set a total budget of $7 for 7 days. You don't have to spend a fortune on this. What we want to do is get in front of more people. Now, this is just a post that's going to drive people to my website. If I was running an ad to a challenge or a program or some sort of sign up, I'd probably spend more than $7 because you're going to reach more people. But for these purposes, you could do $7 for 7 days So it's going to tell you when it's going to end. Make sure your payment. I'm going to click my Facebook pixel here. Now, if you don't have your pixel installed, we covered that in the masterclass, the Ultimate Facebook Ads Masterclass, and I did have a special for you on that earlier in the week. So if anybody didn't get in, leave me a message and I'd be happy to talk to you about that. It's not expensive either way. But installing your Facebook pixel will allow you to track the people who do visit your website. So for me, I'm sending people to the website. I'm going to click that off, and you can see then that the pixel is now going to be active. Whenever anybody clicks on my post and goes to my website, I'm going to know how much that cost, and I'm going to be able to run ads to them in the future because the Facebook pixel keeps track of that information. Like I said, that's in the Ultimate Facebook Ads Masterclass. That's available in the members area. You can go right there and purchase it there if you're interested in that. All right, so that's all done. I'm going to click Boost Post, and it's going to be submitted to Facebook for approval, and I'm going to get a notification when it's approved, and then it's going to run. Okay, then we're going to click Close on this. It's just reviewing my order. And then the last thing I want you to do is I want you to come back to the post. See where it says 3 minutes, so it's telling me that I posted this 3 minutes ago. I'm going to hold my control button and click on the 3 minutes. If it's been a little while, it might be a time that's there, like 11:58 or whatever time you actually put the post up at. I'm going to click on that, and that's going to open another window that only shows my post. It looks like Facebook, but my post is the only post on it, except for some ads, of course. I'm going to copy this URL right here. This is a dedicated post. You can give that to anybody, that URL, and when they put it in their browser, they will be sent to this page and only see your post. So you're going to copy this URL, you're going to come to the Facebook page, and you're going to say, I've made my post, and you're going to include the URL to your post as a comment to the Lesson 4 daily thread. So then we can all go and help each other get that snowball rolling and start moving things along in the engagement. And that is your lesson for Lesson 4. It probably feels like a lot to do, but you guys have been doing great at this. You got it. I'm not concerned about you at all. I know you're going to make this really take off, and I'm excited to see all of your posts. So make sure to watch the lesson in the morning, come to the live stream at noon, ask your questions, get your post up, share that URL, and I will see you on Facebook.